Health and Wellness Check-In. Today is Sunday, 1 December 2024. I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle. I'm checking in for a week summary of my health and wellness, social, mental, and physical this past week, Monday 25 November to today, Sunday 1 December 2024. It was an enjoyable Thanksgiving week with consistent physical exercise and mental push. So that's my introduction week summary. Category 1, social. There were friendly faces. I made my walk run all 5 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, so that was cool. And there were friendly people out and about, and it was nice all the days. It's been sub 40 degrees Fahrenheit, so I've been out there in the 30s degrees Fahrenheit, so 30 to 40 more than once this past week. So I've been wearing my rain jacket for an extra it does a really good job of keeping me warmer. So I'm like, I'll just wear it. So I've been doing that. So there were friendly faces though. Cobb impersonated earworm to get fancy nuts. Yay. He even faced away from me. This was Friday, 29 November 2024. He stopped impersonating after I gave him fancy nuts. Yeah, I took some fancy nuts out. It's like walnuts. For a squirrel that's been kind of having a little bit of a tilt to it. It's been working on its sense of balance. It'll stand on the sloped ground and like lean into the slope because it's tilting, so then it'll be able to eat its nut. But it gets food and then it does better after it gets food, or gets better each morning because it's been like sleeping and stuff and getting better, healing. But I took some fancy nuts out and I was giving it to just that one, and Cobb was like, "What about me?" So he sat facing away from me so I couldn't tell if it was him, and he was like, this is a squirrel leg, and I was like kind of like impersonating earworm and like tilting a little bit, and I was watching him and I was like, "Earworm, how did you get a peanut?" I was like, I'm giving Cobb a peanut, and Cobb comes over and is like pretending to lean as he's coming over, and I'm like, "Are you doing this for a nut?" And I give him a fancy nut, and I give him a fancy nut, and he sits there like right in front of me and just eats the nut. I'm like, yes. And I was like, Cobb. So yeah. And then they mimic to get their way sometimes. Okay. Then we had Thanksgiving at my Grandma Connie's house with my Grandma Connie, my mom, my dad, me, my Aunt Annette, and her 3 Pekingese, May May, Mushu, and Mickey. From my perspective, it was the best Grandma Connie has looked in a few years. Yes, she looked and was mentally sharp like a whip. Wit like a whip. Is that the phrase? Something like that. Okay. At Thanksgiving dinner in person with my family this past Thursday, 28 November 2024, I learned from my Grandma Connie, and perhaps I'd learned it before, but I'm bringing this up again, from my Grandma Connie, that my Grandpa Roger Leonhardi flew John McCain somewhere when they were both in the Navy, both stationed over in Asia during the Vietnam War. My Grandpa Roger Leonhardi served 1952 to 1974, yes, 22 years as a fighter pilot, including being stationed in Asia during the Vietnam War. Okay, he was in the Navy for 22 years, and I don't know if the flying McCain was like in Vietnam or in the Vietnam area, but like they had some, I was trying to piece together stuff that wasn't said, but I was like, context there was, hey, look at that. That's kind of fun. And then my sister has her baby in breech. She tried to get it turned on Wednesday, so it would have been 27 November 2024, and was unsuccessful. So C-section delivery they have scheduled for 12 December 2024, which is what, a Thursday? I got my December 2024 calendar up. I forgot it. Changed it this morning before filming the military divisions one from today, for my grandpa, granddad, and uncle. Okay. So, the date of conception for my sister and her first offspring, I guess, of my sister conceiving the first offspring, from my earlier calculations was 10 March 2024, which was this Sunday. So, approximately on time. Plus, she and the dad got to choose the birth date. So, that's kind of fun. They chose 12/12/2024. All right. Mental health. I have, I think this is I have continued fleshing out my YouTube stuff for the second channel, and it's looking like the fastest I could kind of like shut down this channel, so to speak, would be 6 days approximately. I was like, if I wanted to get those 40 hours done for the notes on sports books and movies things, and do like, go to the library, pick out like 2 books and 6 movies. It's right, just off the shelves, right? And if I really wanted to get it fast, get like a couple of juvenile biography ones, right? But like if we're thinking of like fastest, I was like that still provides balance, right? Books and movies, and then diversity in terms of like it's not the same movie 6 times, it's 6 different movies, so that kind of stuff. So I thought through that. So it's like a fastest, and then the longest might give it a few months as like an upper bound, kind of thing. And then I was like, okay, and then what do I need? So if I wanted to continue doing like what I'm doing on this channel with like maybe theme day of the week switches, but some of the stuff like I wanted to like essentially be able to continue doing what I'm doing while shutting this down and starting the other one. Are there any other new like policy areas or sections I need for the second channel? So I came up with 6 new policy sections for my second channel. Award/honor videos, which if it's myself, that would technically fall under CV section, so like entry kind of stuff. But if it's for somebody else, then that's more applicable as like its own kind of section. Then there was a nomination-centric videos, storytelling videos could be fun with guests, movie coverage, book coverage, and then everyday life videos. Everyday life videos. So those are the 6. I think they kind of covers everything on a basic level, that plus the other policies I've already did. So a lot of thought went into that and kind of fleshing it out and being like, all right, it's like, and I'm being communicated to you now of like, and just switch channels, but like I could, so if I have a lot of stuff on hold at the library, like books and movies, I could still like cover that just on a different channel if I really wanted to, kind of thing. Okay, so it doesn't really interrupt my flow of life with these additional sections and policies and stuff. All right, final category, physical health, so this diet/food and exercise. So I took Thanksgiving off from my like full workout. I did clean house, and I listened to music when I cleaned house on Thursday. So Thanksgiving, 28 November 2024. And the last time I had done that, so listening to music during a workout, was over 8.00 months and less than 9.00 months earlier. Yes. So it'd been a while since I've listened to music while I've done exercise. And so over 8.00, but less than 9.00 months earlier. So it was like mid-April 2024, I think. Early to mid-April 2024. So I was like, this is my really putting a tone there of like, I'm not on a diet and I ate a bunch of food and stuff. I'm just enjoying it. I'm just gonna listen to music, something I have to. So there we go. In conclusion, I'll put some links. I've made some new playlists, and so I'll link to those in the video description, including like film centric, but I also did one that some of you might be interested in. So like notes on holiday films. But then I also did one for a bit about my family. So I've been pretty good at that. 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. 5 years now. 5 counted years. I've been putting stuff out, like covering different family members and stuff. So it's like, yeah, it's fun to have that in a place where you can like, even if you don't watch the video, you can like scroll through it and see a little bit about us. So there we go. So health and wellness check-in 1 December 2024. Thank you for joining me.